Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today we are going to be taking a look at the 1.6 pre-release. This pre-release is due to come out on July 1st and is going to have all of the features that have been featured in the snapshots ever since the 1.5 release, which is quite a few features, which is going to take me a fair amount of time to cover in this snapshot, but I'm going to do the best that I can. I do ask though that you excuse the background noise that I have because I'm currently not at home while recording this, so the audio quality may not be as good as you guys are accustomed to. But anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's launch right into it. Horses are a new passive mob that can be tamed and ridden, and the way that you tame said horse that you find is you just go ahead and you right click on it, and the horse is going to kick you off a couple of times, but when the horse has been tamed while you're on it, it's going to show a whole bunch of hearts all around it, and then from that point you can go ahead and you can shift right click on the horse itself, in which you can add a regular saddle. It's just the same old saddle as normal. You can find them in dungeons, and then you can also add different types of armor, which can also be found in dungeons. There's iron armor, gold armor, and diamond armor. And then if you go ahead and you do that, bam, it has the armor on. And then you can go ahead and you can right click on them here. And if I go ahead and I switch into survival mode here, on the bottom right there, you can see the horse's health, which is at 11. And if I go ahead and I start riding here, I'm not sure. Nope, it's not going to break the leash. Okay, leash be broken. Okay, it is time for us to be free. So the meter that is on the bottom right is a jump meter. And the way that you jump with a horse is you go ahead and you hold the space bar. And then you want to let go when the jump meter is within that place. So if you let go a little early, the jump is going to be a bit low. But horses by default can also go above, they'll automatically climb one block ledges like this. So that is pretty awesome. But yeah, so, and I think the highest a horse can jump is something right around 3 blocks or so. Donkeys are functionally fairly similar to horses in that they can be tamed in pretty much the same way, and you can add a saddle on them pretty much the same way. But a main difference is that you can go ahead and you can add a chest onto the back of them there. If you have a chest in hand, you can shift right click to add the chest onto them, and then you shift right click on the donkey itself, and as you can see, there is no armor option, but you can store, just as much as you want in here, up to 15 items, and it is awesome and stuff. And there are also mules as well, which are a breed between horses and donkeys, and they have sort of a mixed usage thing. You can add a chest to the back of a mule, but they look a little bit more like horses if that's something that you're interested in. And horses, something that I didn't note before, is that there are somewhere between like 30 some odd variations of horses that you can, find naturally. Leads are an item that allow you to tether a mob to a fence post, and they are crafted in this manner, just like this. And then what you need to do, it doesn't matter if they're tamed or not, you go ahead and you right click on the mob, and then you can drag them around as such. And if you want to tie them to a fence post, you just right click on, once you have the mob grabbed, right click on a fence post, and bam, the mob is going to stay still. And again, as I said before, you can do this with pretty much any mob, including those cows that are hanging from those fence posts hilariously like that. Name tags, which currently do not have a crafting recipe but can be found in nether strongholds and dungeons, are used to rename mobs in order to display a name above the said mob's head. And the way that you actually use them is you take them into an anvil and then you rename them. And I actually have to go into creative mode in order to rename this name tag here because I do not have the levels for it. But anyways, let's just go ahead and let's do this here. Let's see here. What should we name the pack mule? Just because I am not really that creative at this particular moment in time, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to name it pack mule. There we go. Sweet deal. And then what you do is you go ahead and you just right click on the mob itself, and bam, it is now named pack mule. And you can also rename already renamed mobs as well. So now this horse here is also pack mule, even though that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, there you go. So there was a bunch of new blocks that were added into the game. Among the first ones here are the new carpet blocks. And the way that they are crafted is you take any 2 of the same color wool and you place them next to each other in a crafting grid, and you get yourself 3 carpet blocks, and it actually makes them more efficient of a block to use than wool themselves because you get 3 items back for the 2 that you used. And the main reason that you might want to use a carpet in your house is to have a different color floor than the ceiling of the floor below it. So if you want to have like a wood ceiling on the first floor but you want to have wool on the second floor and you don't want to use a second layer to do it because houses can look a little bit derpy if you do that, then you can go ahead and you can now use the new carpet block. And carpets can be stacked on top of each other and can in fact be stacked on top of any block, even things like water blocks. What is that donkey doing over there? But anyways, they can be stacked on things like torches and fences to create some really nifty little, like, tables here. And I'm not sure if that was an intended effect, but I can jump on top of the carpet like that and then get on top of the fence. But anyways, so again, as I said before, you can also stack them on top of other carpets, which cause them to float like this. But if you destroy the carpet that is on the bottom, then it will cause it to pop out. And it can also be used to destroy things like gravel and falling gravel and sand, just like that. Another new block that has been added in are hay bales, and they can be crafted. I didn't actually put the items in the chest here, but all you need to do is you need to put nine pieces of wheat into a crafting bench here, and then you get them, and they can be placed just like this, and they can also be placed sideways, just like tree trunks can, and they are used in order to feed horses and mules, and donkeys and mules. Another new block that was added in is the new hardened clay block, and the way that you actually craft them is that you put clay blocks into here, which is also created by placing into a little crafting grid right here. Well, which should be right here anyways. Don't you guys think that when you're in creative mode? But anyways, by placing a 2x2 area of the little clay balls, you place them in, and then you get a clay block, and then if you cook that, you get hardened clay. And then the way that you get the various different colors of hardened clay here are basically what you do is you take 8 hardened clay, and then you put a color in the middle, and then you get 8 of the various stained clay, and there is one color for every single like for every wool block that there would be, there is one color of these plus one for the actual hardened clay itself. So yeah, another block that was added into the game is blocks of coal, and then you just take 9 pieces of coal just like this, and you put them into a crafting bench, and then you get a block of coal. And blocks of coal are actually more efficient than coal themselves, whereas they will cook for 800 seconds straight rather than 720 seconds, which would be the equivalent of 9 coal. So yeah, definitely something that you want to be crafting with, and is a good alternative to buckets of lava. So that's pretty much going to do it for our quick 1.6 pre-release overview. This wasn't really an all-inclusive video that was going to include every single detail, but as you guys can see on screen there's a bunch of more details that I, felt like I wanted to edit into the video to let you guys know about. And as always, if I have missed anything, I will do my best to edit into the description below the things that I did wind up missing. But anyways, to end off the video here, I just want to end on something kind of entertaining. Yeah. The Squidward noises. They were added in a fairly recent snapshot, and it is absolutely hilarious to be in a village with these guys, because now they're just making noises back and forth, and this is the language of Minecraft now. So yeah. Anyways, guys, if I have missed anything, and I also haven't added it to the description, a link to the Minecraft wiki page for the snapshot or the pre-release is going to be in the description below. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this snapshot review. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.